everyone, this is Harjan. Now I'm going to explain my eighth program in Java. Um, my program is to read and write the file from the given location. So for that I need to use scanner object to scan the location, and I give a statement called enter the file location. So I'll be entering the file location. The location which I entered here stores in a string, and it goes for next line. So I need to use runnable objects. So I use this method. I can also use one more method. It's like creating a class called runnable and declare the variables there. I use this one. It's called omega variable. So I use try catch options here because I get an exception message like file not found and IO exceptions. So for like come over the error, I need to use exception like try catch. So in try, I given the file output stream efforts and get an object of file output stream, and given a temporary variable where my location stores, and the data gets written in it. So efforts write b is like the byte variables string stores as bytes here. That's the statement which I used here. And catch two catch I use, one for file not found exception and one for IO exception, and these get the messages. And I also created a and I need to create a thread here, so I created a thread team object, and I started the thread to run, and I also created one more runnable object for input stream. So in file input stream I have used FIS as object name, and data in the file will be shown here. So while this is a typecasting, I use typecasting for the character to be shown out as we enter will be in the string. I to display in characters, so I use typecasting here, and I use FS like file input stream close, it gets closed. Here also I get two exceptions, one is like a file found exception and IO exception, so I also create a try catch here, and I've also one more created the second thread uh, like uh, t1.join is the set of priority which I use to thread. So I use the throws interrupt exception. I use this throws because when I use this t1.join, I get exception called exception. So I use throws and the exception interrupt exception. So now what happens? The file does not get read multiple times. It gets only read once. And t2.start, that the thread gets starts. So now I'm going to run my program. Yeah, it's like enter the file location. I already set the location path. Sorry, I'll go to my folder, desktop, and copy this. Yeah, and I paste it here. Slash, I give a file called Hari. Done. So I need to enter the data to write in it. So like I love Java. So data in file is I love Java. I can just take it up here. Yeah, here is the thing it's created here. One with I'll just show you with a notepad. Yeah, I love Java is already here because I not use .txt file, so it just showed as a file there. When I opened it with notepad, I can see it's like the written file is I love you, I love Java. Thank you for watching my video.